What's going on, bottom line viewers? Sorry for the technical issue. Sadly, my computer broke and completely froze. And then all of a sudden, I was checking, the live stream and the live chat. You guys completely froze. I kept on going, and the next thing you know, I load it back up, and what does it say? It says, "Oh, like there's due to technical issues, you've been kicked out of Google Hangouts." And I'm like, "What?" I mean, I was just talking with my friends. I was just talking with my bottom line viewers. And what happens? They kick me out of this. They kicked me out of the Google Hangout, my own Google Hangout. So, of course, it was really sad. But we're back. For those of you who missed it, I was rambling on. You didn't miss much because me rambling on is not a lot of entertaining work. But we missed, Brian Bickle. He just had his tribute. The Lady Byng Memorial Award Trophy, that went to Johnny Hockey, Johnny Gaudreau of the Calgary Flames, which is nice to see. I mean, finally, Calgary Flames won something. I mean, they couldn't win a Stanley Cup, and they couldn't win anything else. So, I mean, at least Kev's team won something. He can at least say that. But yes, they did win the Lady Byng Memorial Trophy, Johnny Hockey. Brian Bickle now is just talking about the NHL. He's up there. They just played a tribute of him about how he's sadly unable to ever play hockey again. Two-time Stanley Cup winner, completely heart of gold, a great guy, and a great leader with those Chicago Blackhawks and even with the Carolina Hurricanes. So, Johnny Hockey, it's sad to see him go, but I mean, unfortunately, all good things must come to an end eventually. So Johnny Hockey, I mean, not Johnny Hockey, but Brian Bickle, he's getting emotional, getting teary-eyed, but I still think that he'll be involved in hockey. I still think that he'll be very much, involved in the Carolina or the Chicago Blackhawks entire team. But a great guy, heart of gold. Sports Factory says that he's the first comment. Thank you, Sports Factory, for holding on. And thank you for all of those bottom line viewers that held on for all that time. I'm sorry, once again, that it froze and that I was kicked out. My computer, not the best piece of hardware, but we're back. We're back with the last few minutes and last few spectacles of the expansion draft and, of course, of the NHL Awards. No, we have not seen the Hart Trophy, and no, we have not seen the Vezina Trophy yet, and no, we have not seen the last 6 picks of the Las Vegas Golden Knights roster. So don't worry if you thought that you missed a lot, because trust me, you didn't miss anything. We still got, it's pretty much supposed to be over in like a minute. They're not going to be able to rush this throughout an entire minute. So we're probably going to be here for another half an hour or so. I hope you guys are enjoying, because I know I'm enjoying to be here. Did you know that I'm the same person as Andrew Martone? No, I did not. There, Sports Factory. There you go. I do see Andrew Martone and Sports Factory are the same people. It is now confirmed. So, Andrew Martone, thank you very much. And Sports Factory, thank you very much for both being here. I know that you're both the same person. And Brian Bickle has just been given $20,000 to the Brian Bickle Foundation, which is good to see. Honestly, Brian Bickle, that's the biggest award that you could win. Congratulations to him. We got the Vezina Trophy coming up. And, of course, we got the last 2 picks of the expansion draft where they are expected to take Marc-Andre Fleury. So, and maybe even Carl Alzner. They're showing Carl Alzner. I'll learn how to speak eventually. And they also showed, Grubauer. So it'll be interesting to see what the Washington Capitals are going to be losing. I honestly think that they might be losing a player like Shattenkirk or Oshie. I know that they're supposed to be unrestricted free agents at the end of this year, but their talent just speaks too highly and too good for their team. So if they could pick up one of those 2 players, I think it would be a very good move for them. But then again, maybe they'll go with someone else. Who knows? Only time will tell. And speaking of only time will tell, I hope time will tell me that you guys will get to join us for some more live streams. Tomorrow, we got the NBA draft. That will be Dilly Vanilli. That will be Mitch Milani. That might even be myself. Then we also got the NHL draft, which will be Mitch and I. Maybe even AC and Kev. Maybe even Dilly Vanilli. So I hope you guys are enjoying those. Andrew Martone says bye. Good night. Martone, thank you for joining us. Sports Factory, thank you for joining us. I know you're both the same person. I hope you guys enjoyed this expansion draft and the NHL Awards so far. I know it's probably getting late for you guys. It's only 7 o'clock here on the West Coast. But that means on the East Coast, it's like midnight. So I hope you guys are enjoying. For those of you that want to stick around. But for those of you who want to leave, I completely get it. Thank you very much for joining. But we're still going hard. We're still going strong. So for those of you who want to leave, you can. But for those of you who don't, that's awesome. Keep it around. Keep us posted because we still got 6 more picks of the expansion draft and 2 more awards, including, as I said, the Hart and the Vezina Trophy. Music Wizard says, good night, dude. Thank you very much, Austin, a.k.a. the Music Wizard, for joining us here tonight. I mean, I hope you enjoyed. I hope that, you were surprised that, Garrison got picked. And, of course, I hope you can join us for the NHL draft because I'm looking for you to tell me who the Tampa Bay Lightning are going to pick. So, Music Wizard, good night. Chancey Bullock says, what up? Chauncey, my man, what up to you? We're chilling. We're enjoying it. The NHL Awards, they should be over, but we still got a good old 15 minutes or so left. We got to have the Hart. We got to have the Vezina. And we got to see who those last 6 picks are before I say good night. So, until that happens, we're still going hard and we're still going strong there, Chauncey. So I hope that you can join us, and I hope that you're enjoying the live stream tonight, my friend. We got a lot of commercials. This is the one thing I really don't like about the NHL Awards. There's too many commercials. I've been talking to you guys for way too long. You're probably all tired for just hearing my voice. So I'm sorry about that, but don't worry. We're getting through it. We're almost there. Vegas, they still have their 6 picks. CBR Paul says, what up, dog? Fitty, what's going on, my brother? Nothing much there, CBR Paul. We're just chilling. We're having a good time. We're enjoying some NHL hockey. I hope that you're enjoying it too there, CBR Paul. Chauncey, he says that he's back. Always a pleasure to have you here there, Chauncey. And yeah, I mean, who do you guys think is going to be the last 6 picks? You got Anaheim, you got Minnesota, you got Washington, you got Pittsburgh. Who do you guys think is going to be picked? I know that there's apparently, Howlett is confirmed to be going to the Minnesota Wild, because they wanted to protect Scandella and Dumba, so they gave them a few picks or something like that, a little bit of compensation. Fleury is pretty much confirmed. Washington is a dark horse. I think they'll go with either Oshie or Shattenkirk, even though they're unrestricted free agents. From Anaheim, I've heard that Clinton Stoner is the guy to go, because if they go with him, they'll also get Shea Theodore. But, I mean, Sammy Vatanen would also be an awesome player to go with. If it is between Shea Theodore and Clayton Stoner or Sammy Vatanen, I have to say that you have to go with Shea Theodore. He's a younger goaltender. I think he's a better goaltender, or not better goaltender, better defenseman. See, I'm so tired. I've been working all day. I'm tired. I'm speaking nonsense. I'm surprised that even 12 of you are watching right now. But, I mean, I think you have to go with Shea Theodore. He's a younger defenseman. He's a better defenseman, in my opinion. Looking at this, we got Jaden saying, what's good? You hanging out, Jaden. That's what's good. I'll only it until they take Fleury. I'll only enjoy it until they take Fleury. That's fine there, CBR Paul. I completely understand. Fleury, he has been that great goaltender. He's been a very great goaltender for those Pittsburgh Penguins for so many years now. So many years he's been so great for them. And it's sad to see a great player like that go. I mean, goaltending got me into hockey. Goaltending really did get me into hockey. My top favorite players of all time, Roberto Luongo. He's the reason why I started watching hockey. Tony Esposito was the reason why I started watching the Blackhawks. Andre Majda, or Andre, can I just call you Andre? He says, go Blackhawks. Tony Esposito was the guy who got me into the Blackhawks. Blackhawks used to be my second favorite team until they started whooping the Canucks' asses every single year in the second round. And then I hated them. So it's the kind of thing where, yeah, goaltending got me into hockey. It's sad to see a goaltender like that go with value, like Marc-Andre Fleury. But that being said, I mean, I'm very highly anticipating to look forward to him playing with the Las Vegas Golden Knights because I think that he'll play very well, and I think that he'll be a very good player. Right now, we got the Vezina Trophy presented by who else than Kevin Weeks. Why is Kevin Weeks presenting this trophy? Because who else would? I mean, he was basically nowhere ever near that Vezina Trophy. So, I mean, just holding that piece of paper will be good enough for him. Jaden saying that he just subbed now. Thank you very much, Jaden. That's greatly appreciated. I hope you're enjoying the Bottom Line View content. Johnson said, Fitty Trent, my last day of school was yesterday. I go to Detroit Public School. There, Chauncey, I don't know what grade you're going into. Maybe you graduated, but brother, congratulations on your last day of school. It's now time for summer. School's out for summer. I hope you have a lot of great summer plans, and I hope you guys, enjoy this summer, because here on the Bottom Line View, we have a lot of things to enjoy during the summer, a lot of off-season stuff. and a lot of off-season things coming up. We got free agency for the NHL. We got the NHL draft. We got the NBA draft. We got NBA off-season. We got NFL off-season. We're bringing the NFL podcast onto the Bottom Line View. We're going to try our feet, dip our toes into the water of some MLB possibly. We got a Q&A coming out this Sunday, so comment down below some comments, some questions, some concerns about the Bottom Line View, what you want to see on the Bottom Line View, and we'll be answering those on Sunday. That will be Dilly. That will be Mitch. That might be me. I work. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, we have a lot of great summer plans for the Bottom Line View, so be sure to have it here locked for the Bottom Line View and do what our good friend Jaden just did and subscribe. Andre says, you skipped my comment. What do you think about the Blackhawks? Well, I loved the Blackhawks like 10 years ago. Not even 10 years ago, like 5 years ago. Now it's just the kind of thing where the Blackhawks, they're still a very good team. You know, they sadly did not have a very good year this past season, getting swept out by the Nashville Predators. But the Predators did make the Stanley Cup Finals. So you could say that the Blackhawks were the third best team in this entire, season. You could say that. Is that true? I don't know. But that's what you could say, theoretically. So the Blackhawks, yeah, you know what? They are a good team. I think that they need to get a little bit more gritty, and I think they need to get a little bit bigger in this offseason, pick up a few more bottom six guys, and that will help out their team drastically. But honestly, Blackhawks, they're still a pretty good team. The Vezina Trophy just went to Sergei Bobrovsky. That's right, Sergei Bobrovsky. He did win something. He was the leader in stats, just barely by a little bit in all stats categories, except for shutouts, I think. Last season, I think Braden Holtby demolished him in shutouts. He did lead his team, the Columbus Blue Jackets, into a Stanley Cup final. So it's the kind of thing where, he did, well, not Stanley Cup final, but into the Stanley Cup, playoffs. He was arguably their best player, and Jack Adams' trophy did go to Tortorella. So Sergei Bobrovsky, he should have won this trophy. Congratulations to him. He did very well. The Blackhawks had the worst in 2 seasons. Hossa isn't playing. And Hossa is not playing to the way that Hossa has used to be playing. He is now in the late 30s. I think he's now a 37, I believe. So it's the kind of thing where Hossa, I would not be surprised if Hossa decides to retire at the end of the season. As you say, he's not feeling very well. He's ill. Would not be surprised if he decides to take the rest of his career off, because Hossa, he's not playing to that kind of skill level. Taves, I've always liked him. I think he's been one of the best leaders. Mitch will tell you otherwise. But Taves, I think he's still going to be a good player. Panarin and Kane is still going to be your deadly duo. Seabrook and Keith are still going to be 2 great defensemen. Crawford's always going to be standing on his head. You don't have Darling anymore, which might hurt your team a little bit. But overall, your team's going to be looking good. He won't play this season, says Andre. I agree. Hossa probably will not play. And now we're back to the NHL expansion draft. We're going to get some more picks. I hope they pick up the rest of the players. We've had only 2 goaltenders, a lot of defensemen, a lot of forwards, some older defensemen like Derek Englund, like Jason Garrison, some younger guys, like McNabb. Berube was picked. Chris Thornburg was picked. Brendan Lepsick was picked. Griffin Reinhart, a nice young pick right there. But now, I think they're going to be picking up those last 6 draft picks for the Las Vegas Golden Knights, which will be nice to see. And then, of course, we have finally the Hart Trophy, which honestly I really don't care about because this is mainly for the expansion draft, where they pick up from the Anaheim Ducks Clayton Stoner, 32 years of age, 6'4" defenseman. He's a bit of a bigger guy. Good pick. And if they do get Shea Theodore, it will be an even better pick. I would personally rather have gone with Sammy Vatanen, but it's not me who's picking it out. It's them. And of course, they had some deals in play. Chauncey says, not my last, just a transition center, 25 to 26 years old. If Grubauer gets taken over Fleury, I'm going to cringe, says Jaden. I agree. I mean, Grubauer, he's a great goaltender, but you got to go with Fleury. He's won more Stanley Cups. Grubauer, yes, he's a great backup, but there's so many better players on the Washington Capitals than Grubauer. So I think Grubauer is pretty safe. But then again, I think Grubauer might get traded in this year's offseason. So the Minnesota Wild have the next pick. It's expected to be Howla, and I could see that happening. And Eric Howlett is indeed the pickup that they take. They did not go with Dumba, they did not go with Stahl, and they did not go with Scandella. So good pickup there, Eric Howlett. He's a good bottom six guy. I think he'll be able to work hard for the Golden Knights, and I think he'll be a good player. If Gruber, yeah. Can you give away on Las Vegas Golden Knights hat or any apparel? Sadly, no. I'm sorry about that. We do not have any Golden Knights apparel. You know, from Minnesota, with them getting Howlett, they also got Alex Tuck and a third-round pick in either 2017 or 2018. So that pick even looks out to be better. I wish that we did have some Las Vegas Golden Knights apparel there, Andre, but sadly we don't. So sorry about that. Columbus is the next team that will get a player taken away, and I believe Carlson is the obvious choice since they made a deal with Korpisalo, Calvert, and I think it was Spoon Jenner or something like that, won't get taken. So I think Carlson is the obvious choice here. And who do they go with? But of course, William Karlsson. A great, middle six center. He just had his best season in the entire NHL. So I think he'll be able to get bigger and better. He'll probably be your second line center, how it is right now. And I think it's a great player. I mean, he's only missed 2 games in the past 2 seasons. So he's obviously durable and obviously a good player. And also they got David Clarkson, the grinder, a first and a second round pick. So they actually got a lot back. Not as much as they got from the New York Islanders, but still a lot back. David Clarkson, he's a good grinder, and a first and a second, that's gonna be valuable. Andre asked, what did they pick? Anyone from the Blackhawks yet? No, I believe that the Blackhawks are the next pick. So stay tuned right here, right now. The Golden Knights also picked up a first, a third from Winnipeg, and a first-round pick from Columbus. So, oh my goodness, they're looking nasty with the draft picks. They're going to have a lot of picks up. So, did they pick someone from Chicago? Nope, Chicago is the next team, and I'll be sure to tell you who they pick up right here, right now. I think it's going to be Trevor Van Riemsdyk since they want to protect Ville Pokka. And I think they're going to also get Marcus Kruger back. That's the rumor, at least. Let's see if that's right. They do indeed select Trevor Van Riemsdyk, the defenseman. That is a great pickup, in my opinion. I actually picked them to pick Trevor Van Riemsdyk over Ville Pokka, even though Ville Pokka is arguably going to be the bigger and better defenseman. I think Trevor Van Riemsdyk is the best defenseman to pick right now. I think he's arguably going to be one of your top 2 defensemen, if not definitely a top 4. Only 25 years of age. And what's this? I think he might be coming out with even a jersey. Being the face of the franchise. No, he's not going to be a face of the franchise, but Trevor Van Riemsdyk, nevertheless, a very great pickup indeed for the Las Vegas Golden Knights. And Andre, you say that's not bad, so he's not too upset. Next is the Pittsburgh Penguins, the second to last team. What will they get? Shocking. Will it be the Flower? Shocking indeed. They do indeed pick up Marc-Andre, the Flower, Fleury. It's sad to see Fleury go. I will say that. I mean, I'm not a Penguins fan by any means, but it's sad to see, Fleury go. But it's kind of exciting to see him go and lead another team. You have a young goaltender like Calvin Pickard, a goaltender that I always thought that Marc-Andre Fleury, he needs to play with a young goaltender behind him to help him out in those situations where, fatigue comes in. Is the kind of thing where Marc-Andre Fleury getting picked up by the Las Vegas Golden Knights. That's what we'll get to do with Calvin Pickard. So very nice pickup right there by the Pittsburgh Penguins. And the last pick will, of course, be the Washington Capitals. Andre says, can we subscribe? Oh, they also got a second-round pick from the Pittsburgh Penguins. So, I mean, they didn't just get Marc-Andre Fleury, but they got Marc-Andre Fleury and a second-round pick, which will be like the 60th pick. But nevertheless, that's a good pickup. And now they're just giving out a bunch of facts about Marc-Andre Fleury. And they're going to show him now. A face of the franchise coming out wearing the jersey for those Las Vegas Golden Knights. He looks happy, to be completely honest. He looks happy. He looks satisfied. He knew that Matt Murray was going to be that next starting goaltender of the future. Tristan Jarry's right along with him. So Marc-Andre Fleury, as we all said, it's sad to see him go. But honestly, it's a great pickup for the Las Vegas Golden Knights, and it's a great thing to see. Now they kind of Sidney Crosby, Carl Hagelin in the audience. Both are looking at least a relatively disappointed, and I get that. I mean, Sidney Crosby has won all his Stanley Cups with Marc-Andre Fleury as being that backup goal, as being the goaltender behind him. I mean, Carl Hagelin, Fleury has always been there for him. I mean, it's a big loss for Pittsburgh. This is the biggest player that they've gotten in the draft. Him and James Neal have definitely been the two stars of the draft so far, and it's sad to see him go. Capitals selected a defenseman that's already signed. Arguably, Mitch and I said was one of the best defensemen of the entire playoffs for the Washington Capitals. Nate Schmidt, I mean, he had a very good season, was a very good player. I believe he's still young at 25 or 26 years of age. He's only 25. He's from St. Cloud, Minnesota. He's a very good player and, you know, very experienced. So Nate Schmidt, it's sad to see him go, especially with being one of those best defensemen with the Washington Capitals. But there you have it. The expansion draft is officially over, and the Las Vegas Golden Knights, they have selected all their players, every single last one. It's going to be interesting to see how it winds down within the next few days, to see what trades are going to happen. We understand that Colin Miller might be going to the Toronto Maple Leafs, you know, immediately after this, you know, maybe tomorrow, maybe even late tonight for some picks or some players. And you know, we understand that Clayton Stoner, it's going to be a package deal with Shea Theodore. Shea Theodore is going to go there. Marcus Kruger might go to the Las Vegas Golden Knights too. So it'll be interesting to see how it all breaks down. But there you have it. We have all of our players and all of the team for the Las Vegas Golden Knights. And now we just have the Hart Trophy to talk about, and then we'll be done. Of course, this was just mainly for the expansion draft, but we only have one more award. So what's the harm? What's the foul? Let's get on with it. Hart Memorial Trophy. Let's go. All right, so Vegas Golden Knights. They have Talon Picard, Lucas Spiza, Timo Pulkkinen, John Merrill, William Carrier, Thomas Nosek, Cody Eakin. It went too fast. I can't read them all. But overall, the biggest stars on their team, in my opinion, would be Marc-Andre Fleury, James Neal, hands down. Underrated players, William Karlsson, Griffin Reinhart, Oscar Lindberg, Cody Eakin, all these guys, Andre Marchand from the Florida Panthers, all these guys are underrated. Vegas, I still stick with it. They're going to get a top 5 pick next year just because these picks do not look threatening at all to me. They don't look like they're going to be able to compete right now. Marc-Andre Fleury, honestly, it's just to give your team a few extra wins. James Neal will be basically that star face of the franchise. And yeah, I mean, we're just basically winding this up right now. The NHL draft, don't forget, this Friday, Vegas has the 6th overall pick. Mitch and I will be doing our live reactions to that on Friday. We will also be doing the NBA live reactions tomorrow. So this week is the week of the live streams. Andre says, please subscribe to my channel. Andre, what's on your channel, man? We might do it if your channel is good. What's on your channel? You got to give us the selling point for the bottom line view. Seal of approval, man. Oh, excuse me. A nice long day of the NHL expansion draft, NHL Awards. Current draft picks. They have a 6th, 2 firsts, and a 3rd that they got in today's draft, and that they got from today's expansion draft. So very nicely done. They're not just showing a bunch of highlights for Marc-Andre Fleury, the Flower. The Flower is going to go down as one of the best goaltenders in Pittsburgh Penguins history, if not the best. You know, Matt Murray, you could argue, is definitely up there right now, but Marc-Andre Fleury, I think he's the best all time. So they probably lost their franchise face of all-time best goaltender of all time. Andre says that you made videos from 3 years ago. They're pretty cool. What are they about, Andre? For those of you who are wondering, go to Andre's channel. I'm also curious there, Andre. Andre does sports videos. So if you guys want to see some more sides of sports videos, go see Andre's channel. But of course, please subscribe to the Bottom Line View first, because we make sure that we have sports videos every single day of the week, whether that's NHL like it is right now, whether that's NBA, whether that is NFL, whether that is wrestling. We do tons of videos every single day about all different kinds of topics. I mean, we just had a video coming out today about Kobe Bryant if he was never traded from the Charlotte Hornets from Dilly Vanilli. So check that out, because I have a secret cameo appearance in that video, and I want you guys to see it and see if you know which one is me. So now Wayne Gretzky is coming out. Everyone is clapping, but no one is giving him a standing ovation. I've always thought that Wayne Gretzky was overrated, but that's just me. I know a lot of people think that I'd be completely wrong by that, but I think he's very overrated. He was a good player, just overrated. Andre says, do you make money? And if so, how much money do you get? And when do you get your money? I think YouTube does it by the month. Currently, I personally do not make money. I know Mitch does. Currently, he's making all the money because currently we're not that big of a channel, so we're not making a heck of a lot of money with all the things that we do. But you do make a little bit of money. Basically, you got to work hard. You got to really commit yourself. And if you do that, then you'll start to be able to make money on YouTube. Because I remember when Mitch's channel was just an 800 view channel, or like an 800 subscriber channel, and that's when I subscribed, and I was one of the first few subscribers, and I was definitely under 1,000. Before you know it, we got talking. I got to make a video on his channel about a year and a half ago, and before you know it, here I am gonna make videos on the Bottom Line View to a channel that only has 3,000 subscribers. So you gotta work hard, and the money will come. It's a difficult business, but I know that you can do it there, Andre. Sniper says, what is up? What is up, Sniper? Chauncey says, I got a YouTube channel too. Definitely check out Chauncey's YouTube channel. I think it's all about wrestling, if I'm not mistaken there, Chauncey. I think I went to go see it once. And it's all about wrestling. We do a lot of wrestling here. Chauncey's one of our biggest known wrestling fans. He always comes into the live streams. So if you want to see some good gold, always come here during the live streams, because you'll always see Chauncey doing some great things. Can you start an NHL 17 Be a Pro series, says Sniper. That would be interesting. I don't have NHL 17 myself. The latest I have is NHL Legacy on an Xbox 360. I know Mitch has, NHL 17, so maybe he can do it. Or for NHL 18, maybe Mitch can do it. That would be fun. We could do something like that. We've been doing a little bit of things for the video games era. We've been doing GM modes for wrestling. We've also been doing a little bit of coaching 09 mode for, I believe it was NFL Madden Coach 09. We got Beach Kev. So yeah, for sure. We might do something like that for NHL. And McDavid on the cover of NHL 18, and shockingly known as the Hart MVP of this entire NHL season. I honestly thought that it was going to be Sidney Crosby. I thought that he was going to be doing very well. I thought that he was going to be the best player by far, hands down, but apparently not. Apparently the general consensus thinks that Connor McDavid is the winner of the Hart Memorial Trophy, and he just won it. So maybe we're no longer in the Crosby era. Maybe it's now time for the McDavid era. Comment down below what you think of today's NHL Awards, today's NHL expansion draft. Do you think Vegas will be able to compete right away, or do you think that it's going to take them a while to become an actual legitimate contender? Just last looks at the chat, Lord Zed saying hi, he's new. Lord Zed, subscribe to the Bottom Line View, just like the rest of us. The rest of you watching right now, be sure to subscribe to the Bottom Line View, because we don't just do hockey. We do NBA, we do NFL, we do WWE, we do some sports video games. We do all these kinds of things for your guys' enjoyment. We are a sports channel because we are sports fans for the sports fans. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for the NBA live stream of the NBA draft. We have the NHL draft on Saturday. Then we have a live Q&A, question, answers with Mitch Milani, with Dilly Vanilli. Tune in on that Sunday. So, for Fitty Trent, signing off for the Bottom Line View. I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out, everybody.